Imagine you're a Viking. You're on a longship with fellow warriors you call your family, and there's a massive thunderstorm going on outside. And while all of this is happening, you're on your way to this brutal war or battle that you must undertake. This is how I want you to think of yourself when all else seems lost and it doesn't seem to make any sense. Out of all the topics that I could have chosen, I chose this one because literally right after I uploaded the 213 Days of War video, I was hit with something pretty devastating. I'm not really going to get into it, but just know that it's taken a pretty massive toll on my mental health. And to make matters worse, I had my second vaccine dose on that day and I felt like shit. And yet I'm here. Your greatest superpower is your ability to focus and follow through during dark times. And if you're wondering how that's even remotely possible because maybe you've been struggling for such a long time, I believe the best way to get to that point is to understand that even your own life is not just about you anymore. I think in this day and age, the biggest issue that people around my age face is living a meaningless life. And when you begin to understand that it's not just about you anymore, and then to add on top of that, when you start to keep your ego in check, you actually begin to operate differently. Very differently. You're using the benefits of having a human consciousness, a human spirit. You're using that to your advantage. You're basically becoming an anime protagonist. You're becoming Eren fucking Jaegerbaum. You're probably also wondering, what do you mean just not about me anymore? I mean, yeah, I do care about my friends. I care about my family. I care about my dog. I care about my doctor. I care about... And what I mean about it not just being about you anymore is to actually look further than that. It's very deep. It's actually to understand that you're not very different from almost everyone. You're human just like everyone else. This is probably kind of controversial, but I believe this is why a lot of people get into activism. It's because their own lives are not really going the way they want it to. So they try to insert some meaning into there, which I think is, I'm going to go ahead and say, at the very least, their heart is trying to get in the right place, or maybe it is in the right place. But yeah, I'll just leave it at that. This is going to give you that fire in your soul, that vigor. And if it's not there, at the very least, it's going to revive your soul if you've just been going through hell. Because it's true. I mean, life is unrelenting. There's no breaks. It's like it has no emotions or empathy. It can be fucking brutal. And last thing I'll mention is, if you're wondering about what if you're burnt out, or at least you feel like you're burnt out, or you're wondering if you're burnt out and you're feeling all of this pain, this will probably encourage you to start thinking differently. It's not really just the pain. If you think about it, athletes and a lot of other people you look up to online, they go through massive amounts of pain and stress. What it really is about is what causes the pain. So if you're thinking about taking a break or taking a step back, maybe entertain that maybe it's aimlessness that's causing the pain. Maybe you don't know what to do, and maybe you're just stuck. Maybe you have no goals. Maybe you have no ambitions. Maybe you have no dreams. And maybe it's just this abstract thought in your head. Then yeah, maybe it's time to take a step back because you need to map that out. If aimlessness is causing the pain in your life, then yeah, it would be a good idea to step back and to recalibrate so that when you do get back out there into the field, into the battle, into the fray, into the workforce, you'll basically have a clearer vision of what you need to do, or it will at least take you to the next step. Because not knowing where the next step is causes a lot of anxiety, it causes stress, and if you don't know what to do, you'll think that that's just your life and that's who you are, and we don't want that. So yeah, I'm here and let's keep going.